Hello and good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Sunrise Yoga Project with myself, Kevin, and my lovely, beautiful partner, Lara.
Yeah.
Yay!
We'll get started here with our short seated meditation and then move into our gentle yoga practice. Let's get started.
Woohoo! Find that nice, comfortable seat that we've all become so familiar with. Or if you're new to this practice with us, we always start with a gentle meditation, and we like to prepare ourselves and prepare our body in a very comfortable way. So sitting on a block or bolster allows our hips to soften, our hip creases to relax a little bit. But any seated position for you, maybe you're sitting in a lazy boy right now for this, and that's just fine as long as you're comfortable. We'll all close our eyes. We'll take a moment here to commit to the next 45 minutes of self-care, self-healing. This next 25 minutes is solely for you, solely for me. Beautiful way to have this experience is to know that if we look inward, we'll begin to experience ourselves in unique ways. So that's what we'll do. We'll just listen to the inside of us, essentially. Nice way to go there is with the breath. So let's take our long, soft, gentle inhales. We'll begin to notice how the body responds to the breath. And I'd like you to think of this as like a conversation with yourself. The more you listen, the more you know. So as we continue to breathe in and out, let's keep our attention there, let's keep our focus there, and be ready for what expresses. There's depth to what our system has to show and share with us, and this comes through patience and listening. Long, soft inhales. Long, soft exhales. Let's extend our breath a little deeper now. Inhales go a little higher. Exhales go a little lower. Extend the breath. Take one more moment to remind ourselves that by simply breathing with intent is healing ourselves, it's showing self-care, it's providing ourselves with the very essentials, the very basics that it needs to. We're doing this with purpose. Long, soft inhales. Long, soft exhales. Feel calm as you float on the waves of your breath.
And as you sit here, keeping your eyes closed and listening inside, begin to lengthen the crown of the head towards the sky. You might feel that your chin comes slightly down as you extend all through the back of the neck, out through the crown of the head. And as you do so, root down and relax your hips. Like that expression, feet on the ground, head in the clouds. Relax the shoulders down. And then just take another few deep, long breaths. And really listen to what your system is telling you. And as you breathe in, maybe feel where the breath gets a little bit stuck, or where you even might feel a slight ache or a dull pain. And then for the rest of this practice, see if you can focus your energy on that stuck spot. Breathing into it, paying attention to it, letting it know that you love it, and helping to release that ache or pain or stuck feeling. We'll begin to do some neck rolls. So keeping the crown of the head extended towards the sky, rooting down, let's trace a circle with our nose. So as you inhale, bring your nose up and around to the top of your circle, or maybe you could even imagine a smiley face or a sun. And then exhale as you trace the bottom of your circle. Staying relaxed, just bringing some gentle movement into the body here. And in the morning, remember your breath. So connect to the general form of the movement or the posture, and then really get into the breath. And we'll just flow the other way, tracing the circle in the opposite direction. Continuing to send love and attention to those areas that need it most. Wonderful. Let's just begin to loosen the shoulders now. So just bringing your head back to center. Just begin to roll your shoulders. Allowing the movement and the breath to just break up any tension in the shoulders, the upper chest, the upper back. I know this is definitely a sensitive area for me. So as I do this, I can hear and feel a bit of crunching and releasing and moving around of everything inside there. And let's flow our shoulders forward, opening up the upper back here. So bring the whole upper back with you as you do this. And then let's flow the shoulders back again. And let's do how Kevin is doing there. He's just bringing some organic movement into his upper body. So let's just do this for a few breaths, flowing side to side, like really just allowing yourself to do whatever feels good here, rolling the shoulders. I know one thing I like to do is place my hands on my knees and then just lower one shoulder in, bringing the left shoulder towards the right knee, and then flowing in the opposite direction. Wonderful. Just loosening up the upper body, and then now let's flow into child's pose. So roll forward onto your knees, and just wherever you are, however you want to make your way into a child's pose. So taking your knees as wide apart as the mat, or having your knees together. Whatever feels better on your lower back. Having your knees together will lengthen the lower back more. So if you do have a sensitive lower back, then I suggest taking your knees out wide. Stretching your arms out in front of you. Relaxing the forehead towards the mat, or all the way to the mat if that's available to you today. Feeling free to stack your palms or your fists to rest your forehead. Maybe even grabbing your pillow. Relaxing your forehead on your pillow. And if this is still not comfortable for you, if you have sensitive knees, you can take your pillow behind your knees so that there isn't as much flexion in the knees, and then come forward. Finding where you're most comfortable, and then let's just relax and breathe here. Have your elbows off the mat for the benefits of a mid-back stretch. Or just relax your arms down completely. So I'm just giving some suggestions here for you to find your most comfortable place in this moment. Always feeling free to find your seat. It's the meaning of an asana, yoga posture, to find your seat. Find where you can be comfortable, and where you can just nestle in. This is also a posture of surrender, so encouraging you to use this gesture to completely let go of anything that's not serving you. You can just imagine it releasing, floating away. Wonderful. Take one more deep, long breath, and then we'll meet in hands and knees in a tabletop position. Have your knees directly underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, hands underneath your shoulders. Let's inhale, extend the right arm out in front of us, and then loop it under the left arm. Bring the right shoulder and the head all the way to the mat, and then even just use the fingertips on your right hand to walk your hand out a little bit further to feel more of a opening of the right shoulder. You come up on your fingertips on your left hand, and then just lightly push into your left fingers and come into a bit of a twisting motion in your upper back. Release the twist completely. Relax the left shoulder, and then push with the left fingertips again. Feel an opening is twisting of the upper back muscles. Just micro movements here. Inhale as you come back up to center. Back up to your tabletop. Stretch your left arm out in front of you, and then as you exhale, loop it under your right arm. Use the fingers to walk the hand a little bit more forward to feel more of an opening in the left shoulder. Tenting up your fingers on your right hand. And then just lightly pushing into your finger pads. Feeling in more of an opening and twisting motion in the upper back. Breathing into the space. Closing your eyes. Inhale as you come back up to center, meeting in our tabletop position. Just take a breath here and feel a balancing of the whole self after opening up both sides. And then inhale as you step your right foot in between your palms. Tuck your back toes under, or if that's too much on your knee, you can have your foot flush with the mat. Place your left hand on the mat beside you, and then let's inhale and stretch the right arm up towards the sky. Now just opening in this posture in a way that feels good for you, so don't worry too much about the alignment, but just more about where it feels the most juicy for you. Maybe flowing the arm back a little bit, relaxing into the hips a bit more. Take a nice big inhale. Exhale, place your hand back down to the mat, and we'll step your right foot back into a downward dog. Just a very gentle downward dog here. Keep your knees bent. Push with the palms, push with the feet. Stretch the bum up towards the sky. And then let's step our left foot forward between our hands. Back knee on the ground. Right hand on the mat beside us. And let's inhale, stretch the left arm out. Relaxing into this posture. Moving the shoulders away from the ears. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Open in all directions. Relax through the pelvis, the hips. Take a nice big inhale as you bring your left hand back down. And then we'll step the right foot in to meet our left for a forward fold. In a very passive morning version of a forward fold, so being gentle, relaxing the stomach on the knees, bending the knees. Let's inhale up to a flat back and stretch, elongate the legs. Exhale, bend the knees, fold over the legs. Inhale to a halfway lift again, straighten the legs a little bit more, and then exhale, bend your knees, roll forward. Wonderful. Now let's step the left foot back again. Coming into just a low lunge here for a moment, opening up the front of the leg. Let's lower the back knee there down onto the mat. We're going to come into a thigh stretch, so place your palms on top of your right knee. Bring the body to a more vertical position. And then we're going to reach behind us and grab onto our back foot. Feeling free to place your left hand on the mat for balance. You could even take your pillow and place your left hand on your pillow. Wonderful. If you cannot reach your foot, don't worry about it. Just bring the left foot up as much as you can. Maybe just coming forward and lifting the back foot up. You can always use your blanket for your knee. And let's release that. And step back into a downward dog. Let's just walk the dog a little bit here. Lowering one heel to the mat and the other heel to the mat. And let's step our right foot in between our hands. Am I right or left?
Left foot forward.
Oh, left foot forward. I knew that didn't feel right. Left foot forward, back knee on the mat. Thanks, Kevin. Now again, we're gonna come into our thigh stretch here. So maybe you even just wanna stay here with your hands on your knee, feeling an opening of the right hip. Or maybe you wanna challenge yourself a bit. So lifting up the back leg, reaching behind you, grabbing onto your foot. Getting your pillow or your block or whatever you have to bring the floor closer to your left hand if you would like for balance. Using your blanket to cushion your knee more, just finding wherever it feels good for you. The main goal here is to open up the thigh. Take a nice big breath here. And exhale and release, and we'll step back into a downward dog again. So now that the body's a little bit more warmed up, we can straighten the legs a little bit more. So let's inhale to the tips of our toes, and then exhale, lower both heels down to the mat. And don't worry about how close your heels are to the mat. It's more important to elongate the spine. So push with the palms. Feel space being created through all your vertebrae. Take a nice big inhale. And exhale, we'll release down into our child's pose again. Bringing the head to the mat. Stretching your arms out on the mat in front of you, maybe resting your head on your pillow. Commit to 3 deep, long breaths here. Time just for you. And then when you're done those 3 deep, long breaths, we'll meet in a seated position. Close your eyes, relax your jaw. In a yoga practice I did yesterday, the teacher said, I would prefer if you didn't have laser beam eyes and grinding your teeth. So always just checking in with yourself even throughout the day as well. Do you have a soft gaze? Are you relaxing your jaw, your face, your shoulders? So we don't need to cause stress on our body when we can consciously relax. Now let's stretch our legs out in front of us. Flex your ankles, curl your toes towards you. And we're just going to flow forward, just to open up the backs of the legs a little bit more. And flow back up. And we'll do our favorite hip stretch here. So place your palms beside you, and we're just going to roll onto our right hip. Opening up the right hip here, looking behind you. Close your eyes. Rolling back to our staff position. And then we'll roll to the other side, opening up the left hip. And rolling back to center. Coming back to our seated position. Placing one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. Close your eyes. We'll seal our practice today with a few deep, long breaths in our seated position. Feeling the inhale into the stomach and up through the chest. As you exhale, feel the stomach relax and the chest relax. Relaxing the face, the jaw. Doing a short meditation to close our practice today. Relaxing the whole body. And then just asking yourself, how is it that you want to live this day? What do you want to offer to the world today? Using this moment to set an intention for your day. Bringing your mind and your body and your heart all into one place. You know, one of my favorite daily intentions is, may I be present. May my actions and my words today serve the greatest good for all. Taking a few more deep breaths to just infuse this intention, feeling free to stay here in this meditation for as long as you would like, or maybe if you even have time for it, you want to lay on your back for a few breaths as well. And we thank you so much for being here with us today. We honor you for taking the time to self-love and self-care, putting number one first. Namaste.
Namaste.
And as always, we encourage you, share the Sunrise Yoga Project with your friends, with your family. Let's encourage people to accept and allow that there can be an easy way to self-care, self-love on a daily basis, to take care of ourselves first so that we can have beautiful days together. Let's change our lives, the lives of others, and the whole world in just 25 minutes a day. Mwah. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye, everybody. See y'all tomorrow.
Bye.